Hello everyone, this is Crota coming at you, giving you a shoutcast and a game between Yumiko and Nicker here on, well, Echo Isle. Unfortunately, there are no observers in this particular game, therefore I will have to, well, you guys will be subject to the massive clicking that is Yumiko's right mouse. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going down here. On the top left-hand side of the map, we have Yumiko spawning as the blue human player. Meanwhile, over here on the top right, we are going to have Nicker spawning as the red night elf. Night elf versus human in this matchup. And one thing that we're already noticing off the bat is that there is no altar of elders. That means that we will most likely be looking into Tavern heroes, which does make a lot of sense since Tavern heroes, since Night Elf players seem to really use a lot more Tavern heroes than all of the others. Now, I cannot read that. I cannot read Romanized Chinese, nor can I read normal Chinese, as we are looking at the Ancient of War now coming into play. Now, Nicker's strategy is going to be to try and train up more archers, because he can delay that Altar of Elders. The Ancient of War is going to be able to train up an archer or two. Where is that Altar of Elders? I don't see it. There it is, off to the north. So we should be seeing a wisp now make its way towards the center. Now, it's going to be up to Yumiko to figure out what this strategy is going to be. Because this is a Tavern hero map, we are looking at a scout tower being placed down just because you do not want your opponent to get a free win off of the Dark Ranger. If the Dark Ranger comes inside here and destroys all of these peasants, all of a sudden, instead of having an army of militia, you have an army of skeletal minions in order to deal with. We are looking at the Wisp and the Footman now coming back all together here. We are looking at a Wisp down here waiting for the Tavern to hire up a unit, as we are looking at Militia now coming down here as well. Archmage, Water Elemental attempting to take down the Null Brute. Very, very easy 3-1-1 creep camp. Meanwhile, down over here, we are looking at the the Renegade Wizard was pulled away and the Troll Shadow Priest was hired. So that is going to be very, very good as we are moving into the Dark Ranger. That Dark Ranger, a strong hero early on in the matchup, as it does grow its army pretty significantly every time it kills a unit. Alright, going after this No Brute creep camp here, you can see that it is going to deal a lot of damage and rather quickly. There you go, that No Brute pretty much could get taken down right there. Yes, there it goes, and now there is that first skeletal minion as another unit does get taken down here. Alright, a little bit of stutter step there. Oh, there you have it. The Tome of Agility was left behind, and now we are going to be going into a bit of an engagement. Archmage is sitting at level 2 already after clearing out the 5-3-3 creep camp, and that means it looks like he will be trying to set up a very, very fast expansion. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, Nicker is actually going to do some very heavy creeping. The skeletal minion wall is going to be exactly what the doctor ordered here to try to clear out this creep camp. You can see that the Kobold Tunnelers are making their way over only to get killed as soon as they try and walk back, and more skeletal minions are making their way in. Alright, it looks like a Kobold Geomancer will get taken down. Archmage is currently sitting at level 2. Meanwhile, Dark Ranger just got to level 2. Archmage is going to try and clear out this Renegade Wizard creep camp while creeping out the Town Hall, and he's going to have a bit of an economic advantage going into the mid-game. However, let's take a look at where the Night Elf is tech-wise. Tech-wise, he is behind as well. No, just now getting the Tree of Ages, which does make a lot of sense. Archmage now gets to level 3. Level 3 on that Archmage, as we're looking at the Dark Ranger clearing out this creep camp here. The Murloc Tidrunner is going to fall rather fast. Meanwhile, off to the north here, a whole bunch of skeletal minions. One skeletal minion down to 1 hit point. Oh, wow, that Footman must have thrown that sword. I don't know how he got within melee range, as the skeletal minion was that far away, as we are looking at the Dark Ranger now getting very, very close to level 3. A level 3 Dark Ranger would be very, very problematic. Those skeletal minions do become that much more powerful, and add in Claws of Attack +6. That Dark Ranger will be doing heavy, heavy damage if they come across each other. And it looks like they are... Wait, no, they are not going to come across each other. The Troll Shadow Priest just simply running by here. And what is going to be happening here? All right, is the Dark Ranger going to get that kill? Yes, he does. There is a skeletal minion. All right, there goes the fourth Troll Shadow Priest, as another unit may get taken down. So far, far. The damage is starting to add up, but who is going to absorb a bit too many black arrows? That is going to be the question, as this one footman down to 126 hit points needs to run away, and it looks like he is just going to take some easy normal arrows, and there goes another footman there. All right, there are some water elementals in the back here. The Troll Shadow Priests do have plenty of mana, so they could abolish that rather fast, as the Dark Ranger may try to push out and take down this scout tower already. All right, the timing on this could absolutely be perfect, as you're looking at a footman now get taken down. All right, there's double abolish magic to try and take down one water elemental. The Troll Shadow Priest, however, now very low on hit points, has to be, or low on mana and unable to abolish magic and low on hit points, as we are looking at this counter attack here. All right, Archer able to pull back here as the Troll Shadow Priest does get taken down. Water elementals attempting to take down all the skeletal minions, and the footman does get taken down finally from the back arrow of another Dark Ranger. The Dark Ranger now running off to the south here. Meanwhile, the skeletal or the water elementals are attempting to take down all the archers. You can see massive repairing now underway, as we are taking a look at all the units now trying to attack back. That Shadow Mail did not work in time. Is this Shadow Mail going to work in time? No, it does not look like it. And one lonesome archer is going to survive this in crazy onslaught. And there's the WTF. Not quite sure why the units were not hiding there. That was perhaps a bit of a mistake by Nicker. Nicker very upset at what he sees here, and does take down one dark minion. All right, however, the Dark Ranger down to 15 hit points does make it out. The Archer is now going to run back here, and this is all very bad news, as we're seeing at him 22 over 40 supply compared to Yumiko's 46 over 48. Yumiko now in dominant control of this game, but will a panda perhaps turn things around? That panda with Breath of Fire is extremely powerful, an extremely potent source of damage, so to speak. Very good AoE, and it makes things all within range of that Dark Ranger's focused fire. Now you're taking a look at these units trying to get taken down. Yes, more and more minions are being left behind. There goes another Dark Ranger sitting at level 3, not quite yet at level 4. Archmage is already at level 4 with level 2 Brilliance Aura, which is going to help his mana regeneration significantly. Dark Ranger now joins in on the fight here, and what's going to be happening? Dark Ranger actually takes a little bit too much, now being forced to pull back. There's a Breath of Fire, but it doesn't hit anything at all. Nicker not playing the game that he wants to be playing at this point, as you are looking at Nicker just losing a whole bunch of units left and right. All right, he is going to be retreating here, but the supply advantage definitely belongs to Yumiko. The resource advantage also belongs to Yumiko at this point, as he is 2 bases to 1. And tech advantage, we are at Tree of Ages, and we are currently at Town Hall, right, upgrading the keep at the natural expansion. So we are almost close there. It really feels like Nicker needs to find a way to press his advantage, which is higher level units that can deal more damage and perhaps can trade more efficiently. The problem, though, is if he tries to engage on Echo Isle, he's going to have an army of militia to deal with. And that army of militia is just so difficult to take down, especially with archers and dryads, such low hit point units that you really can't allow that to happen. All right, Dark Ranger now sitting at level 4 after an abolished magic panda now sitting at level 2. Archmage is at 4 back at home, but the big story is that dryads are already out on the field. Now, dryads are an integral part of the army, and until we see a blacksmith come down, those dryads are pretty much going to go completely unanswered. Dark Ranger still sitting at 4 here. You're seeing the dryads make their way over. The dryads fairly low on mana right now, though. But as they get more and more, perhaps somewhere within the realm of 3 to 5 dryads, they're going to be able to easily abolish magic those water elementals and then just get more free experience. All right, you can see a lot of guard towers here. Down over here, you can see one Ancient of War holding position as One Ancient of Lore is off over here. You can see Water Elemental attempting to take down the Moonwell will be able to force a cancellation, as the Footmen are now currently all sitting with Defend. Alright, is the Dark Ranger going to be able to finish off enough units? Let's take a look at this. They are just all defending and trying to fight back here. Is the Dark Ranger going to be able to do enough? Oh, the Troll Berserker, there's a Breath of Fire, but I don't believe it did anything, as all the units are once more on the run. Alright, Archmage Water Elemental is looking to clear out the Ancient of Lore creep camp, or the Ancient of Lore buildings here in the center portion of the map at the 3 o'clock location. It looks as though Nicker is going to be able to get back in time to just have superficial damage. No, he may actually lose a Moonwell here, and if he loses this Moonwell, is Nicker upside down on supply? I wouldn't think so. No, he is 39 over 30, so he's unable to train up any more units now, as the Dryads are attempting to slow down this Archmage. Alright, Nicker is apparently very, very upset. He has about, I guess, 5-second lag, which is impossible to play with. Yeah, and the response time on the units may be exactly why he lost all of those early archers. Not hiding the units, and then the unit not hiding for 3 to 5 seconds will pretty much guarantee death for all said units, as the Dryads, the Troll Berserkers, and the Archmage now once again are massing up for a big push inside the bottom right. Alright, Dryads are here. The Archmage does not want to come and break that invisibility. He's just going to wander around and hide, as we are looking at the Panda now, looking to perhaps push with the Dark Ranger. If the Dark Ranger can push... if the Dark Ranger can push with the Panda, then that is just going to be a huge, huge problem. All right, here we go. What's happening next? There's the Breath of Fire. There's the Stormbolt. And we are continuing this fight here. All right, the Staff of Teleportation coming over. Footman taking a bit of damage, but the Water Elemental has arrived alongside an Archmage. And level 5 on that Archmage is going to be a big deal, as we see +9 gold for the human player Yumiko. Dark Ranger and Panda still trying to mass up a strong attack. Still not enough mana though, as we see a level 2 Murloc Huntsman gonna get taken out. Alright, Dark Minion, Dark Ranger now just wandering around here. Where is the rest of Yumiko's army? Yumiko now just wandering around over here on the top left hand side of the map. He is hoping...
Job's done. Job's done.
Yeah, he is hoping to be able to... Wow, what was my train of thought there? Yumiko is hoping that he can hold on to this expansion and then just let the economic difference pull him through. He is sitting at 53 over 66 supply, so if this game does go long, he may be in a little bit of a strange situation where he doesn't have enough gold. All Nicker needs to do, and when I say all, I don't mean that facetiously, what he needs to do in order to win this is trade extremely well while staying on low upkeep and making use of the mana on the Druids of the Claw. If he can make sure to not lose any units and keep them all healed up, he is essentially getting an unknown resource to keep all of his units alive. The Archmage has that in terms of Priest, but the Priests are generally a one-trick pony, so to speak. They're not able to turn into massive melee units like the Druid of the Claw is. Dark Ranger now doing a little bit of chasing. It looks like the Footman now down to 266 hit points as the units are still running back here. Mountain King sitting at level 1 needs to pick up some items. There is a second scroll of healing on the Mountain King himself. I thought the Archmage had one. Yes, he does. So 3 scrolls of healing could really spell problems. All right, in comes a turtle there, and wow, I forgot that the turtle could actually swim in the water in that dead land over there, and that now all of a sudden that turtle is in a little bit of a situation. All right, what happened there? There was a teleport. What happened? All right, not quite sure what happened there, as we are now looking at the Dark Ranger sitting at level 4. All right, Mountain King is sitting at level 2 now with the Ring of Regeneration, a rather nice item, and the Mountain King clears this up in a moment's notice. All right, those mortar teams could definitely be a problem, as mortar teams absolutely tear through unarmored units such as these Dryads. The Dryads generally do clump together as well, meaning if the Dryads are not paying attention, like right there, they could end up taking a large amount of damage and AoE damage. thereby opening up the water elementals. All right, Panda now sitting here. Panda and the Dark Ranger need to figure out their strategy. How are they going to execute this plan? They could try to come straight down the middle, but that is not going to work. We see fragmentation shards now being researched by Yumiko. So Yumiko going to deal even more damage to even the other units here. The Troll Berserkers, the Bears, all of those units will be taking extra damage as well. Are we going to perhaps see a bit of a comeback, or will things just continue to roll on as Nicker attempting to catch up in this game by clearing out these low-level creep camps? No, not going to see that at all. Mountain King arrives to the party uninvited, and he's attempting to take down this gold mine. All right, there's a very quick thunderclap there. Not all the units were able to make it inside, as we are now looking at all the units just trying to do massive detonations to save this, and it looks like the gold mine will get taken down. All right, units coming in from the north. There is some abolished magic. There goes one. There goes two. Are we going to see 3 abolished magics? Yes, Dark Ranger now at 5. Tree of Life going to get taken down. There it goes. But how much damage will be had? Oh, the one very, very unlucky or extremely lucky, so to speak, mortar team at this time does survive. He also had invisibility cast on him so that he would not fall. All right, let's see. We're now into high upkeep by Yumiko. Meanwhile, we're seeing that no upkeep by Nicker. Nicker is actually mining slightly more gold than his opponent because of the upkeep difference, but that isn't saying very much at all. He really needs that extra gold, and well, any sort of time that Nicker tries to go into an engagement, unless he finds his opponent split, he's not going to be able to do much with it. All right, Dryads now making their way to the bottom off over here. Meanwhile, we're looking at a rather large human army making their way to the top right. I think this is going to be it, though. I don't think Nicker has much that he can really do. The Bear taking a bit too much damage now, venturing forth. Are we going to see Breath of Fire? Yes, we are. The Bears are now trying to chase or tear down all of these guard towers. Rejuvenation on that Bear, but still somehow not enough to keep him alive. He is forced to back off as another Bear now being, Staff of Preservation. And where are these units going? Yes, teleporting back off to the north. All right, very, very large army here. You can see Abolish Magic, Troll Berserker, Scroll of Healing used in order to save Nicker's unit there. The Forest Troll Berserker still getting in some extra damage. And it looks like that will be the GG. Yumiko taking Game 1. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 1. Please stay tuned for Game number 2.